What's your favorite Disney cartoon? Like the old ones, the Disney movies.
It's got to be old.
Well, Aladdin, Lion King, the animated ones, not the digital shit.
As a kid, Jungle Book was my number one by far. I love the Jungle Book.
Bare necessities, them simple bare necessities.
Yeah, I remember when my brother tore all the tape out of the tape and ruined it, and I was so upset.
I liked the Jungle Book too when I was a kid, but I really just liked the one song. The one song was enough for that whole movie to be the best. If you extend it, I think the best thing they've made is Frozen. But Kyle had specific
Never seen
rules.
that one.
Yeah, not that digital shit. The originals, right? Like I love Robin Hood. Robin Hood was my favorite one. I love the songs that Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest, jumping fences, climbing trees, and trying to get away.
Yeah. Of the new ones, I liked Toy Story the most, I think.
Of course. Yeah, that's super high rated. Chiz and I argue all the time. He refers to the Toy Story trilogy as the greatest film trilogy ever. And I strongly disagree, as you might imagine.
Well, that's silly, but it's a very good cartoon series for children.
So I guess, Taylor, you'd vote for Lord of the Rings, I'm guessing?
For all-time film series, probably Lord of the Rings,
Trilogy.
Yeah.
I mean, he specifically said trilogy.
Yeah, trilogy.
So that's why you can't vote for Harry Potter. Your true number one.
Yeah, that's my true number one. I love Harry Potter. I love Harry. I love Hermione. I love all of the characters that I know their names, but it would take too long to list. Hagrid.
Some of them you can't say their names.
Gay Gandalf. And the rest.
And the list goes on.
Really white guy with the albino looking hair who seems to be mean.
Oh no, that's Lucius Malfoy.
That guy, his dad's got a dope cane. Liked him.
That's a sick fucking cane.
It is a sick cane. That guy who's always like Mr. Potter, with the black hair. Snape. He seemed to always be in a sour mood.
He did.
That's an astute observation. Most people didn't pick up on that.
And I think, and this is coming from paying attention to a tenth of the movie at a time, sitting in the back of a car, like on road trips years and years ago, while my brother was watching them. And that Snape guy, it seemed like he wasn't happy about not having friends, but then he didn't behave in a way that anyone would want to be his friend.
People do that.
Snape had the saddest story of any character in the Harry Potter books. When you get to the bottom of it, I won't spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen or read the books from 20 years ago now. But man, when I read that for the first time, I went to the midnight releases for the last 3 books because I was 7 at the time, of course, not 25. But it was really sad when you get there's this like flashback in the book. And you get Snape's real full story, and it's sad. It's sad. It hurt me right here.
Did he always talk like that, or was he like molested or something, and that turned him into it?
He was picked on mercilessly, and he kept a deep, dark secret his entire life, basically, and because he loved someone very much.
Who was it?
Harry Potter's mother. He loved Harry Potter's mother. And so he protected Harry Potter for years because of his love for Harry Potter's mother.
I just want to interrupt and point out for people who... This simian-looking version of Kyle is not hanging from his neck. There is a thumbtack in the top of his head. It's not a noose. Because I'm looking at it on screen thinking that's what it looks like, but he's not being hanged in effigy.
He's not being... No. You didn't lynch a monkey for Halloween
no.
and then defend blackface. That's crazy.
There's a little thumbtack type thing at the top of his head. It's
you nailed.
I heard that red shirted doll actually spoke to a white woman in public.
Jesus Christ.
And that doesn't fly in North Carolina.
You know the thumbtacks use in manila envelopes where you like push them in and spread them out? That's what they're being held up by. Because it really looks bad over my shoulder. It looks terrible.
No, that's funny. Yes, so Snape, he loved Harry Potter's dead mom so much that he hung out with the kids and protected them.
Yeah, and
even though they didn't like him because they're like, this guy's fucking weird, probably.
Well, he hates Harry Potter because of how much Harry looks like his father, and Harry Potter's father picked on Snape mercilessly in school because Harry Potter's father was like the cool, slick kid, and Snape was always the greasy-haired, sort of nerdy outcast. But he had been friends with Harry Potter's mother, Lily, in their childhood. But he was sort of in the friend zone permanently. And Harry Potter has his mother's eyes, so every time he looks at Harry, he's reminded of all of these like terrible childhood traumas.
Is he a little turned on by Harry, where he's like, "I wanted to fuck your mother, but you're all that's left," and so he wanted to give it to Harry.
Never in a million years could I imagine being mad at some child because he looks slightly like his father, who was cooler than
Not
me.
mad, wants to fuck him. Is what
he
I'm
doesn't
saying.
just look like his father, though.
The show.
He doesn't just look like his father, though, right? He's sort of the embodiment of his father. He acts like Harry's Potter, or he acts like his father acted.
Put this wig on.
He's
and
cool,
look up
and he,
to me as you place
he
me in your mouth. Yeah.
Anyway, that's one of my favorite film series, or book series, or stories. Like I would go that as far as that. Like it's top 5 stories ever written down. I think. Like I love the